Hey tubers, welcome back for another adventure. And what you're looking at is the 2012 Kawasaki Ninja. This is a 250. It truly is a basket case. And here's the basket load of parts it came with. Every once in a while somebody will ask me about the mileage. This thing has 42,000 miles on it. That's a lot of miles. So the story is this thing, on this thing, just quickly. I bought it up in Hurleyville, New York, right there in Sullivan County. It did come with a title, and it did come with the key. And the kid I bought it from told me it ran, and he showed me a video of him trying to ride it in the snow. It was complete in that video. So I'm not exactly sure what triggered him to take it apart. That normally makes me suspicious. Like, what happened? Did you hear a clang and a bang and the motor let go, or it wouldn't start anymore, or the carburetors did something? Because in that video, not that I listened to it for a long time, but the motor sounded halfway decent. So anyway, let's see what we're going to do with this thing. I normally like to find out, is the engine okay? Will it turn over? Because if it doesn't, if that engine is blown up, at this point, we're done, right? I'm not going to put a whole load of money into this rig trying to get that engine back to life. I have no spare parts, so it would be everything right on eBay. I'm already at $350, so, you know, one has to be careful how much money one throws down the drain. So I looked into pulling the spark plugs, and it's got those long boots on there that go a long way down, and rather than fool around with those and possibly breaking the wires, I decided not to mess with them. I'm going to try to turn it over with the plugs right in it. I did check the oil, and one does that right here on the side of the motor. And the oil looked not only clean, but the sight glass looked clean. Didn't look like there was a lot of sludge down there, so those are all positive signs. We have the jump pack hooked up, turned on. You fire up the key, bang. Oh, a little taillight action, that's a good sign. And that's the horn. That looks like the keys, or the push button. Let's see what it sounds like. Sounds positive. So what I'm going to do next is pull one of the wires and see if we have spark. Here we have a spark plug. Let's see what we get. Got plenty of spark. That's a good sign. Now, I don't have any carburetors on this thing. We could be nervy and just put a little gas in there, see what happens. There's no control doing that, and I'd rather not launch this engine. Let's get the carbs, slip them on there, see what we can't. Maybe we could get this thing started. So I just slipped the carburetors into place, and I noticed he appears to have this fuel filter in backwards. This carburetor gas line does not have a fuel filter. I just trickled a little gas into both of them. So, and I'm going to give them a squirt in each carburetor. We'll see what it's going to do. I got to set this up on the stand. Now, this is definitely sketchy. I spent a few minutes finding my fire extinguisher, just in case some bad things happen. I do not have a throttle on it. Looks like I can do the throttle from right here. That should be enough gas. Jump pack is on. Key is on. Well, moment of truth. Well, that was interesting. It started. Right? Gotta love it when they start. But before we get an idea whether this thing is potential, we want to make sure the clutch is alive. So to that end, first of all, here's the clutch. You could see it's not in a good place, which kind of tells me the clutch cable is broken. So we might take a look at that. Let's see if the clutch will actuate. Because if the clutch is, if it's broken because the clutch seized up and he grabbed onto it and did his best to squeeze it, and that did not work and the cable snapped. This really, everything I'm doing is kind of sleazy, but you know, it's kind of a way of getting you from point A to point B. One-handed, of course. Anyway, that feels pretty normal. It looks like perhaps he told me a bunch of true stories, right? Not too many surprises yet. You know what? I think I'm going to do the cable repair on a separate video. And then we'll put it back together again. We'll pop it into gear and we'll see if the clutch slips and engages and so forth. And then it's just a matter of cleaning up a bunch of stuff. You know, getting the carburetors on there, getting the gas tank on there, and getting a battery into it. And I think we might make this thing to rideable. That's interesting. All right. I'm going to fix the clutch cable on a second video because a lot of people have to fix clutch cables. So let's do it there. I want to thank everybody for dropping by to watch and comment and subscribe. Let me know what you thought of this video. Please, thumbs up or thumbs down. If you didn't like it, let me know. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. And that I do appreciate. Keep the comments coming. Once again, feet down, heads up, get out and enjoy each and every day. Today might be your day to own a Ninja.